It's out the way. What's good, Slay Gang? It's your girl Red Slay back with another reaction video, man. We're reacting to another BTB Savage story or whatnot. I guess they got a little more information. They saying he got set up by his friend and his producer and producer D, allegedly. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. And I guess his mom confirmed that he was set up. So we're gonna get into that, see what's up with that. Let's get straight into it. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe. I'm on the way to 10K. Comment down below what else y'all trying to see on the channel and how y'all felt about this video. And don't forget to like the video too, man.
With BTB Savage getting shot. Now, for those of you who need a refresher, BTB Savage was a San Antonio rapper who ended up getting into a shootout with an armed assailant when him and his girlfriend were at home and expecting to work on some music. It seemed like they had positive intentions, and then they were ambushed by a guy with a gun who tried to rob him initially, but ended up getting shot, and the guy who tried to rob him ended up dying. Now, after that situation, BTB Savage did an interview with Vlad where he talked about it for like 45 minutes, the whole situation, what happened with the shooting, each and every step of what took place, that he had his girl pretty much do the shooting, and that his son was with him. He had to escape from there. It was a lot going on, man. So after that interview was published, it seemed like there was a green light on BTB Savage's head, and he was trying to travel out of town and go to Las Vegas to meet up with his mom, according to his mom. Now, he was in Houston, and allegedly he was at a table in a restaurant with a whole bunch of friends. And one of the friends is allegedly one of his producers, and the streets are saying that that guy is responsible for setting BTB Savage up. Now, this is a wild story, and there's a lot of accusations being thrown out there, really, so we got to say alleged on all this. But, man, before we get to the specifics and talk about all the details, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and, man, let's get it. Okay, so let's get right to it. So this is a post that was allegedly made on social media by BTB Savage's mom. And you can see we're going to read this line for line, and it gives a different take on what happened, the Vlad interview, the after effects of the shooting, and eventually BTB Savage losing his life. Now, let's check this out. Now, it says Bernita Ward. Now, I'm assuming that's his mom. And it starts off by saying, my son did the Vlad video on March 17th, 2023. Vlad TV did not drop the footage until March 29th, 2023. They edited the footage to make the video what it was. My son was going to do an interview about his music, and Vlad kept harping on the Omar situation. Now, the guy who lost his life was a guy by the name of Omar. Now, there's a lot of speculation about his affiliations to some gangs there in San Antonio, and that he was really well connected, and just a guy
I noticed something about a lot of, like, interview channels and stuff like that. It's like they be trying to, like, focus on the negative, then like really asking a bit about their music, you know, how they feel about this, how they feel about that. They always try to be like, oh, how you feel about your ops this, or how you feel about that. They be like trying to really just focus on that negative, trying to get clout, really is what they be trying to do. Like, people, not everybody want to. That's why some people, I forgot whose song I was listening to, and they was like, oh, I think it was Lil Durk, and he was saying, like, that's why he don't really like doing interviews, because they always talk about his ops and stuff like that. People don't want to always talk about they want to, you feel me?
Want to mess with, you know what I mean? Now, she continues and says this. Daryl said, nah, fam, let's just stick to the music, RIP to that man. Vlad didn't even put the music convo on there. The day my son died, he knew something was up. He sent me a ton of texts explaining to me what was popping off. So basically, she was receiving text messages from BTB Savage.
See this check for 140 grand? I'm about to show you how this auto insurance loophole that's set aside.
We don't want to.
And he was letting her know that, yo, I think I'm getting set up. Like, something ain't clicking right. Maybe the energy is off. Maybe everybody's acting a little bit funny around him. Maybe even I've seen some messages out there from somebody else's phone. Other things like that. There's rumors about all that. Now, she continues by saying, he told me what to do. And it had laughing, crying emojis right here. And I'm not sure where this continues, if this is actually more of her talking or somebody's interpretation about what happened. Because just the font of these two different things looks so different to me, right? But we're going to continue with this. Okay, so you see this next section that I'm not sure that this is actually the words of BTB Savage's mom. And it continues by saying this. There's like 3 crying emojis. She said, I told him to leave and come here to Vegas with me. Now, it's also rumored that he was on his way to the airport. So it says they killed him before he made it to the airport. Letting it be known that, yes, he was on his way to the airport. He had plans to fly out to Vegas. And if he had made that flight, it probably would have saved his life. Now, there's a lot of speculation about who was on his head because the people who he got into it with, or the people who are related to the guy that was shot in the incident that he had, they're actually in the city of San Antonio. He was shot and killed in Houston. These could be the same people. And I'll bet that they'll get caught because there's footage of the car. There's footage of everything. He was at a restaurant. And if one of his homeboys did set him up, they're going to get caught as well. They're going to look at all that cell phone data, everything, man. I mean, it's basically no way of getting away with these things nowadays. And when the details come out, it's probably going to be shocking. And it'll probably be somebody did set him up. Now, his mom continues by saying this. Vlad TV is dead wrong. My son was set up by the people he called brother. Letting it be known that it was somebody very close to him. Because people only call people really close to them, real friends they feel, their brother. Now, when BTB Savage did his interview with Dirty Glove a couple of months ago, he had a couple of guys with him. One of them being his producer by the name of D. Now, they're saying that D might have been in...
Surprise! Curology just dropped at Target. Available now.
See this check for 140 grand? I'm about to show you how this auto insurance loophole that's set aside
been involved in this situation. Now, I'm not saying that because I don't have any facts to that, but that is being said out there by a lot of people that he was set up by somebody very close to him. Now, she continues, by the people he ate with, by the people he trusted.
My thing, why he ain't just read the whole thing? Say what he gotta say. You feel me? Make it look quicker, because it's like he just saying really a whole bunch of not that much.
And they stood at the crime scene filming my son's body in the street. Now, how cold is that? Like, I just did an interview with a cat and we were talking about this, man. It seems like a lot of people are backdooring their homeboys in this situation, in this rap game. Like, what in the world's up with that? Like, what is the benefit in that? Because you're gonna get caught.
About that money.
And now you ruined the relationship with your homeboy. Obviously, you were jealous of him because he was the rapper, the one getting the attention, because BTB Savage was getting attention before the shooting because he allegedly called himself the scam guy, meaning he was the guy who was out here doing the most scamming, running up the money on most of these companies and stuff, and, you know, doing illegal activity. Now, I'm not condoning any of that, but he gave in case something happens at the bar, so they got their face and everything. But to think that his homeboys might have set him up, and then
it's crazy.
By saying I grew in an era.
I'm sorry, y'all,
where we fought for the right to
too much talking.
Watch out what you say because you might offend the wrong people. And it looks like in this situation, he named Omar Richardson. She says a prayer for him and his situation with Takeoff in Houston. Key to his apartment, and he went.
All right, let's go back.
The rumor that he got. Maybe they thought it was that
new,
important for them to get on BTB Savage's head. But, man, regardless, like his mom said, this is a loss. Now, let's check out this post about the rumor that he got did dirty by one of his own homeboys, man. So you see in this post right here, it says BTB Savage got did dirty. They said after the hit, his friend gave one of the killers the key to his apartment, and he went and got all his cash, clothes, and jewelry. Investigators think that the cats who killed him came back to the scene, and the FBI is now involved.
Me, honestly,
now,
bro,
in this, they're basically alluding to a lot of...
I'm not giving nobody my key. No, none of that. Passwords to safes. None of that crazy stuff, bruh. They went to this man, Jerry, his cash, his clothes. And then they say they seen the producer D guy with his Jerry on, bro. They on some... That's weird, bro. Like, it's crazy, though. This whole situation
that one of his friends was did him so dirty that they gave the killer, the person who shot him, the keys to his apartment so they could ransack his apartment, take his cash, his clothes, and jewelry and stuff, man. I'm assuming after the incident in San Antonio, he moved to Houston, and that's why they could get to his place so quickly if possible. But that's what it seems like, man. So that because BTB Savage was known as a scammer, and he had a lot of big jewelry. Like, he was one of those cats with the big jewels, all that, you know, the cars, all that. Like, Instagram,
people really,
you can see him flashing the jewels, flashing all that stuff, right? And they're saying that, yo, the people who took his life went to his apartment because his friends passed him the keys, or his alleged friends, because those ain't friends, let's be real. Passed him the keys, and they went in there and ransacked the place to get cash and clothes, man. That's crazy. How you gonna wear a dead man's clothes? That's wild, man. This is wild.
His
jewelry and cash, that's just regular robbery stuff. But that's crazy, man. Now, at the very end, they allude to the FBI now being involved in the case, which is crazy, man. Now, in this next post, it says, Bank of America sent that hit, laughing emoji. They got tired of him taking their money. Now, they're making light of the fact that BTB Savage was known as a scammer. You know what I mean? And they're saying that Bank of America was involved because they got tired of him scamming them, which is crazy, man. There's no truth in that. This is just a joke. Then it says, we having a party tonight. Whoever posted this right here, man. So they're alleging that these people are actually the ones who carried out the robbery or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know if these two things are connected. This could be just somebody posting this, thinking it's funny or whatnot, man. It's a weird time right now, to be honest, with hip hop, you know, when it comes to people getting shot and things like that. But the fact that they said that the feds are on the case, but what do y'all think about this situation? Do y'all think that BTB Savage got backdoored by his homeboy?
Okay, that's the end of that, you feel me? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what else y'all trying to see on the channel and what y'all thought about this video. Me, honestly, I think that's just that's green. If they was to backdoor him, that's very green. But y'all let me know. And don't forget to like this video, and I'll see y'all in another reaction.